and more I read about the great people or the success people lives, I realize they did something different. And the agony of the common man is that they're too afraid to be different. They just want to be like everybody else. This reminds me of my childhood. My parents used to send me to summer camps. And a part of each the campus uniform supposed to be supposed to be a boy scout. A hat, low crown, white brimmed, to be worn every afternoon when we lined up for the inspection. But my parents, through some catastrophic oversight, once they sent me to an NSS camp in a place called Jwalapur near Haridwar. I went there, but this was a different camp altogether. Here in a function, I was to be dressed like a father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, clad in one loin cloth and carrying a staff in his right hand, and wearing a spectacle, that circular spectacle, while all other students were in their normal dress. And I was so uncomfortable because I thought I was different from other boys. They were dressed up normally and I was dressed up differently. It's now I realize. That time I thought, you see, that whenever I wore see that photograph, instead of being an inconspicuous boy, I became a freak, or that's what I thought that time. My friend, looking back now across more than I think 50 years, I can smile at the memory. I can smile at the memory and laugh. It was no joke. At the time, though, I was very miserable, utterly and abjectly miserable, simply because I was different from the others. There must be few of us who cannot recall some such childhood episodes, and fewer still do not carry some of these deep-rooted fear of being different into adult life. But if we value leadership, achievement, maturity, we have to overcome these childish concerns, my friend. We should never be afraid to be different. The reward of differentness are easy enough to see. No matter what field you choose, science, entertainment, whatever whatever be the demand of the is for the individual whose performance is above average and therefore different. At any dinner party, the liveliest and the most attractive guest is the one whose observations are stimulating because they are different. I have no doubt that a man's earning power parallels almost exactly his capacity to produce new ideas, to show usual persistence of energy, and to take chances to be different. Remember, the fear of being different, like most fears, tends to diminish when you drag it into the light and take a good look at it. At the bottom of such fear lies an intense preoccupation with self. That army hat back in my childhood might have caused some momentary merriment or teasing when I used to go for the Boy Scouts, or the Gandhian dress would have caused me little disturbance, but the whole thing was too trivial to have a lasted long effect. I was the one who kept it alive by agonizing about it. Recognize, my friend, the self-consciousness as a form of egotism, and you are not so likely to be victimized by it. Some of the hostility that you shrink from is probably imaginary. Why probably? Certainly it is imaginary. Another way I feel is to minimize the fear of being different is to remind yourself. If you do run into resentment or ridicule, that few pioneers escape being laughed at or criticized. Most of the great religious leaders of history, my friend, you read any religion, any great men, social reformers, they have been non-conformists. They defied authority while they helped people and kept on doing good job while opposing and speaking out against the social evils. People don't object to differentness nearly so much as they object to the attitude of superiority that so often goes with it. There are far too many generals' biography I have gone and read when they initially told the concepts of the warfare a few decades before, and after some time their prophecies have been simply prophetic and correct. Unfortunately, they were unable to conceal their conviction that anyone who disagreed with them was a fool. As a result, their hopes were thwarted at that time when they were different. So, my friend, remember, so be a different, you just be as different as you like. But you should also be tolerant of your neighbor who does things his way. If we all granted to one another the right simply to be ourselves, we would be different enough. One a great author, he said, when he was just 8 years old, someone asked him what he was going to be when he grew up, and his answer was very simple. Why, said the boy, I will be I. And he was too, and it was what he remembered him for. He's remembered him for today. So, my dear friend, make your own way. Don't take the beaten path, and don't be afraid to be different. Thank you very much.